Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Oh, and the reason I'm an hour later than I normally am is because my daughter had an orthodontist appointment. You know, life happens. So instead of one, it was two today. But don't worry, from now on out, unless she has an appointment on my son, it'll be 1 o'clock. But check this out. Many people today, all right, they struggle to manage their weight. But this is more true than ever after the age of 20. Man, I remember 20. This is because after the age of 20, our body's metabolism slows down as much as 4% every decade. This is a major risk to our health. Luckily, there's ways to get help so you can help that fast metabolism get ready in time for summer. This amazing thing is called keto powder. For example, it helped me lose weight faster than anything I've tried. It works by increasing the ketone levels inside your body, which in turn support a boosted metabolism. With just a single scoop a day, I saw big improvements from my metabolism and weight loss. I've unlocked a deal for my audience to get up to 51% off by clicking the link below or going to ketowithjericho.com. Man, oh man, do we got a bunch of shit today. My cup runneth over. But first, before we get into any of that, today is D-Day, June 6, 1944. We've all seen different movies. Saving Private Ryan is probably the most popular one, but that opening scene where they're storming the beach in Normandy, France, and there were over 150,000 soldiers, almost 200,000 naval personnel, thousands of different armament, different guns, rockets, amphibious assault platforms, amphibious assault ships, the ones where they showed them pulling up and then that door drops and they go out. Shit, man. That was anybody who went through that and lived. I can't imagine the PTSD that they dealt with, and that's what we call it now. Back then, I think it was called soldier's heart, shell shock. But I couldn't imagine what the nightmares that those men brought back home with them. Young men. This is back when you could still lie about your age to get into the military. I know people in my family that was young as 16 who lied to serve in World War II, who lied to get into the military to go defend their country because of what happened in 1941. And then just, throughout, people wanted to help. And I remember watching a little documentary about Saving Private Ryan, and they had real veterans, real survivors of D-Day come in and have the first screening of the movie. And these men were crying. Some of them couldn't watch it. Some of them left the theater because it was so real. You remember that part where the guy, bomb went off or a rocket hit or something, and he's walking around holding his arm. It got blown off completely, and he's holding it in his other hand. Just insane. And to imagine being that young, even if you're of age, 18, and you were in that battle, I mean, unimaginable. A different kind of person back then. They don't cut them from that cloth anymore. But yeah, today is D-Day, so our thoughts are with the men who survived that, who didn't survive it, and just really take a second to think when you were 16, 17, 18 years old, how you would have felt in that war zone. And there might be some people watching this right now who were in maybe that war or a different war at that age, to experience those kind of things, to see that carnage, to smell those smells and hear those sounds. I mean, just heroic. And again, a very important day in history. Those men went over there and fought so that fight wouldn't come here. That's why we're not all speaking German and or Japanese today. So shout out to all those brave men who were there. Shout out to the women who held it down here during World War II, the aluminum drives, the sugar drives, the rubber drives, and everything else that went with not having your man at home. So shout out to all of them. I'm glad that I live in a time where I could benefit from the fruits of that labor. So, also 20% off all green gear, promo code FATHER, all caps, Fathers matter too, guys. All right, not just like people of color and women of color and like indigenous people. It's just so stupid. That's so dumb. Okay, and you see the title. The revolution will be televised. And one of the things we're going to talk about today is the January 6th hearings. They have begun, or they will begin tonight, and they're showing them in prime time. That's weird. But literally, the revolution will be televised. And, well, we'll get into more of that. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about, I released a video about it today, but I'll talk a little bit more about it. The Kentucky Democratic candidate who in his campaign ad was wearing a noose. Okay. Never seen that shit before. Boris Johnson, he may be fired. He's the prime minister of the UK. And he messed up. He did some of the things our elected officials did here, but he could face termination. So I kind of like that part of the government where you get called to the carpet, so to speak, and you got to face the shit that you did, and you could be removed right in the middle of your damn term, and we don't need to go through all these bullshit impeachments. Well, impeachments aren't always bullshit, but the last three were. Come on. Also, some of the Tampa Bay Rays, the baseball team, some of their players, I think they're all pitchers, or most of them are pitchers, but I think they're all pitchers. They are fighting back. They are refusing to take part in the alphabet soup group bullshit of Pride Month, of June. And they said, we're not doing it. We ain't wearing the thing on the sleeve. We're not wearing the hat or the little rainbow letters. We're not doing it. And they said, one of them at least said because of religious reasons. But why do you got to pull out the big guns religious exemption for that? How about no? How about I don't want to? How about I don't agree with that shit? And whether or not you agree with it or whatever, it shouldn't be center stage of a fucking baseball team. And some more of this alphabet soup group Ku Klux Trans bullshit. The Carolina Panthers, I saw a comment, somebody called them the Carolina Panties. They have the first openly transgendered cheerleader. Yay, guys, we've arrived. We made it. An NFL team has the first openly transgendered cheerleader. File that under who gives a shit. And the NFL is no longer for National Football League. It stands for not for ladies. Okay, ladies, take your clam and get out of here. All right? It's all about the ding dong. Okay, it's all about the ding dong. God, shit is so stupid. What happened, people? What happened? Why don't we go ahead and start with that shit? Well, before we do that, let's peruse the comment section, shall we? Rosemary Mello, please, the trial for January 6th is coming up. Want to hear your views on it. Oh, you will, Rosemary. Rosemary, why'd I say that? Rosemary. No, Rosemary. It is Rosemary. There ain't no Y on the end. I will. Believe me, it is actually quite stupid, and they must think we are pretty stupid to fall for it. But that's no secret. They do think we're stupid. Kurt Cobanger. I get it. Play on words like it. Let's go, Brando. That's right, you pudding-eating son of a bitch. And Sullivan's Irish Pub, Balabago, Philippines. You want some breakfast? Okay. Here we go. Let me put my cup of coffee down before you make me spill it again as I laugh my butt/ass off. Well, I hope I make you do that. Not spit out coffee, but make you laugh. That's what we're trying to do. We got to laugh to keep from crying. Flame Rock, greetings all us D-Day veterans. God bless you. God rest our honored dead. Yes, sir. As I just mentioned, they did a very brave thing, changed the course of our country and our lives at the same time. So thank you. And hold on. Stupid thing jumped on me again. There we go. Let's see. Lightning. JG, we need you to work on your thumbnail game. Hey, check this out, Lightning. Okay. The picture is of a TV because the title is The Revolution Will Be Televised. If you have pointers on how I can work on my thumbnail game at JerichoGreen2018@gmail.com. I'll be waiting for you, Lightning. Crazy Horse, hold the line, all you salty patriots. He didn't say that. I added that last part. Let's see. Goon Tune. Here comes the salt. That's right. Bags of it. What is that? Morton Salt, the girl with the umbrella in the salt storm. Here it comes. None the Miser. Oh hoy. Let's do it. Rhonda. Hello, Americans. GS Jericho. Can you do your China talking to LeBron impersonation? Okay, GS, I can do that for you. This is China. LeBron, shut your mouth and make sure you say lies about black people in America. They listen to you. Oh, sad but true. Sad but true. China has their arm firmly up the NBA's ass, manipulating their mouth to the elbow. They got it all the way to here, to the elbow, and up LeBron's too. He may like that. I don't know. Libby Ann, hi, Americans. What's up, Libby? German husbando. I'm gonna say it like that from now on. What's up? How you doing? Appreciate the email. Let's do this. Andrew Good, war is inevitable. I hope you are wrong. I hope so. Let's see. Yes, Vogues. Say Vogues. 55. Thank you. Hit the like button, guys. That's right. Like and sub and like, because every time that bell rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. That's what we want. Make them cry. I want them crying like the Tin Man on The Wiz. I cheated. If you see that movie, you know what I'm talking about. Marvin Elkins Jr., you are the freaking man, Jericho. Keep spreading the truth to us. I promise. If you keep listening, I'll keep talking. They keep serving me these underhand pitches across home plate. I'll knock them over the fence every time because they are stupid. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Christian, yo, hoser, I see you in there. What are you talking about? Okay, here we go. So let's start with the Tampa Bay Rays. So some of their players, because they apparently their team has a pride night, and they have to don the rainbow colored, emblems, logos, whatever you want to do. And some of them said no. And what's surprising is I haven't seen a lot of backlash. That's one of their favorite words coming at them. But who cares even if they do? They're not doing it. And you shouldn't have, like I said before, you shouldn't have to pull out the big guns, the religious exemption. That's like when you're a kid and your parents say you can't do something. Every kid understands it. If you say, wait, can you come over? Can you do this? No, my parents said I can't. Well, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. All right. Everything is dead after that. Parents say you can't do it. I remember as a teenager, I had some friends that were into some wild shit, little troublemakers. And sometimes I didn't want to roll with them. So I would just tell them, I got to work. Boom. Everybody, because I had my little job at McDonald's when I was a teenager. And even into my 20s and stuff, if I didn't want to go party because I wasn't a big drinker, I was the one who would be, nursing a beer all night. I used to like Heineken Light. So, I'd have one. People always like, oh, what? You still the same beer? You still drinking that? Yeah. I don't like to drink. Leave me alone. So if I didn't want to deal with it, I got to work tomorrow. Everybody's like, oh, shit. Hey, got to work. No problem, man. We're not going to argue about that one. We all understand work. So in these cases with the pokes and the sweet and sour sniffles and shit and being forced or almost being forced to take part in this alphabet soup group nonsense, they have to say, oh, it's religious exemption because that's the only thing that people won't push back against. And you shouldn't have to do that. It should be as simple as I don't want to. And that's it. Not, oh, you're some kind of phobe or you're some kind of is, or why don't you want to do it? I just don't want to. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to do it. I don't agree with it or whatever. I don't agree with it being in the public forum. It shouldn't matter. I don't want to do it. Leave me alone. Move on to the next guy. And so they act like all of these players want to do it. They act like it's just a given. Yeah, no problem putting on some rainbow shit for a night. And as a man, you're not really into rainbow stuff, period. No matter whether it's been hijacked by a certain group or not, and it has, but rainbow's not really your thing as a man. So bottom line, you're not going to do it. Never mind all the shit that the rainbow has been attached to or hijacked by. It's just not a very manly thing to be wearing rainbows. I don't want to do it. Leave them alone. Good. Maybe we're returning to that. Maybe this will be the inaugural shot fired for pushing back against this bullshit. Because in something like sports, you shouldn't be singling out any particular group of your fans, especially such a small group. How many LGBT alphabet soup group / Ku Klux Trans members are there in the baseball fan community? Not a lot, because they're not a large part of the regular population, so there'll be an even smaller part of the baseball fan population. So why would you single them out? Why would you make it all weird for everybody else? Why are you forcing parents who are there with their kids to have some fucked up, awkward conversation on the way back to the car or on the way home? For what? What have you accomplished by doing this? What have you accomplished by having your players out there looking like a bunch of jackasses wearing rainbows? What's your point? What are you trying to do? You trying to make more money? From who? You're targeting such a tiny part of your clientele. Is it money? Are there executives high up enough making the decisions who maybe they're part of the alphabet soup group and they want a little payback? I don't know. But that shit is weird, it's awkward, and you shouldn't be doing it. It has no place there. How about you just do what the umpire says at the beginning of the game? Play ball. That's it. Just play some ball. Put on a good show for the people who paid good money to come see it. And don't ruin it by putting in some political or social bullshit because you don't care. Like I've said before, where was all this shit before? Baseball's been around 100 and some years or more. Where was all of this before? Where was all of this when a large portion of the alphabet soup group was coughing blood into their handkerchief in the 80s? Where were you guys at then? Where were you in the early 90s? Huh? Nowhere. So at a time when they have maximum exposure and maximum influence, now you want to get out here and back them up. That really shows how much you care. MLB. God, why do people fall for this shit? Who is falling for this? Who is like, you know what? It's really good that Major League Baseball is really taking up this mantle. Oh, that's awesome. Nobody's saying that shit. Get out of here. Let's see. German as Bando says, LOL, but I've learned Japanese and I'd love to learn German anyway. Yes, under your own free will. Yes, no problem. You can Rosetta Stone your little heart out under your own free will. But I have a feeling that had the Nazis won, it wouldn't have been under our own free will. I can go ahead and throw a guarantee on that one. Okay, so what's his name? Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK. So this bastard, apparently during the lockdown, he was out and about, just like our elected officials, just like Nancy Pelosi, aka David Lopan, her nephew Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom, the mayor of Needles and Shit, California. I mean San Fran shithole, Mayor London Breed. You got Mayor Googly Eyes down there, Mayor Splinter, or the Sloth from Ice Age, the mayor of Chicago, America's shooting range, and more. But these are some of the ones who during the lockdowns telling us don't go anywhere unless it's medically necessary. You got to go to work or something. It's an emergency. Other than that, stay in your home. Stay in your homes. So they told us to stay inside. And us being a society of rule followers, that's what the majority of society did. But while we're all locked down, locked up in our homes, some of these elites decided, oh, this is a good time for me to step out. So you had Pelosi and someone she called a hairdresser to a salon to open up the salon so she could come in and get her hair done. Give that hairdresser a medal of bravery for putting her hands into that scalp. It's what I'm sure is a mushy, I mean, is that real hair? I don't know. But she's a brave woman for sticking her hands in there, even with latex gloves on. Even more so, the hairstylist who did Mayor Beetlejuice's hair, she gets 2 medals for sticking her hair in that rat's nest. And you know what Mayor Splinter had the nerve to say when she got checked on that shit? While everybody is locked up in their homes, going stir crazy, suffering from cabin fever, she said, I'm a public figure. I need to look good. End quote. I'm not kidding. That woman said that. She let those words spill from the hole under her nose. She said, I'm a public figure. I need to look good. Well, it didn't work. You do not look good. So I don't know why you went out and did it. I don't know why you thought a hairstylist was going to fix all that, but it didn't work. But the nerve, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. But no, this is what I need to look good. You're the only one that needs to look good in the world? I don't think so. Gavin, bang your wife Newsom. And if you're new to the class, why do I call him that? Because he banged his best friend's wife. Look it up. What a turd. But he went to this place called the French Laundry up there in Napa County. He went to the French Laundry with like the average plate's like $700 or something like that, rubbing elbows with all these top medical officials in California, the very same ones who are telling us you need to wear a mask, you need to wear 2 masks, you need to pull your mask down, put food in your mouth, put your mask up and chew. Masticate. And after you've masticated, then take the mask back down, put more food, put your mask back up. What? How stupid is that? I'll tell you how stupid it is. It's so stupid that they didn't even do it. They were there literally elbow to elbow. There's a picture of him with his arm on a chair of the person next to him, and he's leaning over talking to him. This close. Damn 6 feet. This wasn't even 6 inches. The very person who's getting out there with his slick back hair and his scorched vocal cords from going down to hell to visit his auntie, he was sitting there telling, you guys need to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. But then he's at the French Laundry kicking it. So then he gets called on his shit. What does he do? Oh, that was my fault. That wasn't very smart. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stayed home. Yeah, you jackass. You should have stayed home just like us. What happened to him? Nothing. But that's what I like about the British people and the parliament. I like that your leader can do some foolish shit like this and be called to the carpet to face consequences, because I don't know where the Abington Downs or some shit. I don't know where it is in London, where they got those big red double-decker buses and the guys with the big old fur hats who don't say shit. He was going out having parties and stuff and having these events and hanging out, hobnobbing, while the people of London were locked down. Now he has to pay. Now he could possibly be fired. And apparently the way it works is if there are enough people, if he doesn't have enough people coming to his aid who don't make a strong enough case, then they will decide to remove him from power, and then they will start the search for somebody to take his place. And I remember in the beginning when Trump got elected, I think he got elected around the same time, they were saying how, he's the British Trump and he's Great Britain's answer to Trump, or Great Britain's version of Trump. Hell no. He turned out to be a liberal jackass just like the rest of them. And just for the hair alone, anybody who wears their hair like that should not be in charge of stuff. All right? It looks like somebody bigger than him put him in a headlock, gave him a noogie like that, and then pushed him out there to a press conference. Or he just pulled his face off of a pillow somewhere from a puddle of drool and started talking to the British people. He looks terrible. But you might not have to look at that ugly face, that ugly mug much longer, Britain, because he might get his ass kicked out. Good. I hope when they kick him out, they leave a footprint across his ass. So it's a message to the rest of you corrupt turds not to try that shit. We need something like that here in America. We need like every year, your ass needs to be, you need to come here for a review. Or if you do something bad enough, right then and there. You need to face the people. And I was watching, what's her name? Hold on. Katie Hopkins. How could I forget her name? She is a bad motherfucker. She's a woman from the UK. She's a conservative. I wouldn't call her a journalist. A conservative voice. Definitely. She's been on tons of British TV shows and American ones. But she don't take no shit. She served in the military. She's a mother. And she's smart as hell. But she was talking about how Boris Johnson and his wife were going somewhere and people were booing him. And Biden was somewhere this weekend and people were chanting, fuck Joe Biden. That is the best, when politicians got to stand there and literally hear it from the people. I don't recall Trump going to any events and people yelling, fuck Donald Trump. I don't remember hearing that. I remember a couple jackass celebrities making songs about it and shit, but not the people. That's why everywhere he went was packed. Everywhere Trump appeared was at capacity and then some. I remember there was a rally that he had in Texas. Biden had one nearby, and at Biden's rally, you could hear the Trump rally. There were more people who couldn't make it into Trump's rally that were outside watching on a big screen than were inside of Biden's rally. That told you right there. When he would just disappear, you wouldn't even see him. How do you win the presidency of the United States and you don't come out? We should have known something was up then. 2,000 mules, people. But anyway, yeah, that's great. British people, the citizens of the UK. I hope you throw that piece of shit out on his ass and his weird-looking wife. That would be great. Comment section, shall we? Shall we? Chia says, the UK. I'm just fucking with you guys. I just love to do that accent. It's hilarious. Henry, hey, JG, finally caught you live. Ohio gives you 2 thumbs up. Thank you, Ohio. I appreciate that. Noah A, any thoughts on the California election? Not really. It's a lost cause. California is a lost, rotten piece of shit. California is the taint of America. It's the skin bridge of our country. It's lost. When we had a chance last year to get rid of Gavin Newsom and install Mr. Larry Elder, and we blew that shit, I'm telling you, as a conservative in California, that was a real kick to the nuts. It really was. We had a real opportunity to get rid of that fucker. Our state catching on fire every year. You better believe summertime, California's burning. Guaranteed. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west, water is wet, the sun is hot, and California will be burning this summer. Period. That's just the way it is. Gas prices, housing prices, failing infrastructure, some of the worst roads you've ever seen. If you have to pee real bad, don't go on a road trip through California. You're going to have an accident. You're going to need to put, if you do, put some Scotch Guard on your seats so you don't get piss on them. Or not even that. If you got to take a shit, you got the like that. You got a turtle head poking out because you know what a fart is. That's a turd honking for the right of way. If you got to shit your pants, you're gonna shit your pants. Don't go on a road trip to California because you will let it go. You will soil yourself. So that's my thoughts on the California elections. It don't fucking matter. Jay 2007 Fernando said Boris is staying. Have you gotten some up to the minute information, or is that opinion? I don't know, but maybe he is staying. Shoot, you think do you think that crazy shit? You think dumbass voters are just unique to America? They're everywhere. And how could you keep somebody like that? Sorry, UK. Raymond Gross, thank you, JG. No, Raymond, thank you. You just reminded me of Raymond Burr. Who was that? Who was Raymond Burr? German Husbando, thanks for replying to my email at Jericho Green. Go ahead and talk about Florida, man. I won't talk about Florida in a negative light. You guys are cool. You got the best damn governor this country's seen in a long time. Eric says, stone them groomers. Yeah, why do we got to make shit complicated? It's very simple. You prey on children. We take rocks and throw them at your head until the doctor comes up to you and goes like this, and that's it. It's a problem. Deterrent. Do it. Do it. Arthur Unwin says, love and support from the exiled patriots in San Diego. Yeah, man. Hey, all you got to do, man, is just identify as a woman, and San Diego will give you free money. Not kidding about that either. JG's, everyone is tired of the alphabet soup group. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. It's exhausting already. It's June 6th. And that's a great point. June 6th, D-Day. Why is this not plastered all over every media news outlet in the country? Oh, they'll turn all their logos pink and whatever the Ku Klux trans flag is and the rainbow flag, they'll push all that shit, but why not today? Why not go hard on today? Because that day made this day possible. Those men went over there and kicked serious ass. Nope, don't care. Maybe they should have been wearing rainbows, and then they would have cared. Matthew Jameson says, hello from Utah. Romney is a bitch. He's one of them fake ass rhinos. I can't stand him. Jason Wiz1 says, it's my B-Day. Happy birthday. I wouldn't wear it, but religion is my main thing. I say no. Yeah, and you know, even if that's true, if they're saying, if you know, yeah, this goes against my religious beliefs, I don't want to do this. But my point is, they can't just say no. It would have to be your religious beliefs to stop you from taking part of it. Anything less than that, they wouldn't take it. Anything less would be uncivilized. What product is that, people? Huh? Let's see. Island Iron, happy birthday, Connie. All right, whoever Connie is, happy birthday, girl. Go, shawty, it's your birthday. Tip one back for me. Appreciate it. Make sure you drink water, though. That is the key to not having a hangover. I learned that at my bachelor party. Let's see. Brian, King B. Falcone. Tell him how it goes. We know how it goes, Brian. We got to stay vigilant or they will come for our kids and our guns. And if they take your guns, you can't protect your kids. Darrow 333, Jericho in the garage. Yeah, man, I flipped it. Took the last 12 feet of my garage, turned it into a studio. So we got a place to chill. Roddy says, good afternoon, Americans. Yes, good afternoon to everyone. I appreciate you being here, taking some of your time to hang out with me. And people, check this out. Many people today struggle to manage their weight. But this is more true than ever after the age of 20. This is because after the age of 20, our body's metabolism slows down by as much as 4% every decade. That's a major risk to our health. Luckily, there's a way to help get the fast metabolism back and do it in time for summer. This amazing keto powder, for example, helped me lose weight faster than anything I've tried. It works by increasing the ketone levels inside your body, which in turn supported boosted metabolism. With just a single scoop a day, I saw big improvements for my metabolism and weight loss. I've unlocked a deal for my audience to get 51% off by clicking the link below or go to ketowithjericho.com. And real shit, guys, after I'm done here, I will be going on a hike. My wife has the kids, so it's just me, huh? And you know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice will go on a hike. So it's going to be like 89, 90 degrees here today. So I throw in a sweatshirt, I get my weighted backpack, and I just hit the trails, man. I'm really trying to do it right. I've put enough bad, sweet, fried, salty shit in my body for long enough. So now it's time to correct things. It's time to pay the piper, because it may seem weird to you, but I want to be here for my kids. I don't want my kids having no damn stepdaddy. I don't want nobody else. And shout out to stepdads. I had one. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I don't want it for my family. I want to be there with my kids. I want to be there to tell my son about women. I want to be there to hopefully talk my daughter into a monastery so I can sleep at night. I want to be there with my wife. I don't want nobody else on my woman. What? Nuh-uh. It's my woman, my family. I'm going to be here for them. I don't want to be a statistic and drop dead at 52 of a heart attack because I couldn't put the fucking sweet shit down. It's my fault. I can't let that happen on my watch. Trying to do the right thing. You just watch. Okay? So, let's, oh God, let's talk about this shit here. And after this, we'll get into January 6th because I really want to talk about that when there's so many things that are attached to it. There's so many things that they're trying to do by the way that they're covering it and the lies that they're going to try to push through. But I want to talk about the the first openly transgendered cheerleader in the, oh shit. Hold on, guys. I'll try to say it again. Ooh, okay. The first openly transgender cheerleader in the sorry guys, I just had an image of a man doing a high kick in spandex shorts. It's pretty fucking gross. But the Carolina Panthers decided to take that bullet and become the first team to have an openly transgendered cheerleader on their squad. First of all, who gives a shit who you sleep with? But who are cheerleaders for? They are for the straight men, and some of them are straight white men. They're for the straight men who come to watch the game. The cheerleaders are entertainment. Now, I'm not talking about high school cheerleaders because they're actually interacting with the crowd. They're doing cheers. I'm talking about these grown-ass women cheerleaders in the NFL. They are there for entertainment. They are eye candy, all right? That's why they're not out there in baggy sweatsuits or Carhartt jackets, okay? They're out there in little skirts and spandex with the cleavage showing, okay? It's because they're eye candy. They're entertainment for the straight men who come to watch the game. Okay, as I've been a straight man for 41 years. I put in 41 years into my craft. I'm an expert at being a man, a straight man. I've been doing it as long as I can remember. And in my expert opinion, no straight man wants to see another man dressed up like a cheerleader. Especially after I paid so much money for these hot dogs and nachos that you're guaranteed to make me throw up if you do a high kick. I don't want to see your bulge, and I don't care what you did, your DIY vagina, or you origami in your dick into a clan. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at a man doing cheerleader moves. Yay, go pimp. No, this ain't the place for it. Ew. All right, let me speak for all the straight men who will probably be there watching. Ew. Why are you doing this? Where is this dude going to change? Is he going to be in there in the ladies' locker room with the cheerleaders changing? Huh? Looking at all their titties and whatnot? How is this going to work? Who the hell is going to want to come watch this? What straight man, who is the overwhelming majority of your clientele, of your customer base, how many of them, and you know how much it is? You know how much tickets cost to get close enough to see those cheerleaders' faces? That's a whole lot of money. We're not paying that to see dick. There's enough dick out on the field. No cheerleader, that's a no dick zone. That's all vagine. That's all moose knuckle and tatas down there. The fuck you throwing a dick down there for? What? Why? Literally, nobody wants to see that. If you do a survey of every straight man that comes through the gate on opening day, excuse me, sir, Do you want to see a male cheerleader dress up like a woman? No. More importantly, and I want my son to see it or my daughter to see it. You're making it weird out here. Daddy, was that a man? Daddy, why was that man dressed like that? Daddy, what was that thing in the front of his shorts? Why did it stick out like that? All the other cheerleaders, they didn't have nothing bulging. What was that? Why do you look like that? Like, who are you doing this for? Yourselves? Are you doing this for the Ku Klux trans community, which is this big and even smaller? Can I push my fingers together more? How many Ku Klux trans members are out there watching football? You imagine? So by the time you get to your seat, you've paid for tickets, and I heard 49ers tickets for the nosebleeds up top. You're sitting there like this, with the roof curves. You're up there like this with the pigeons. A pigeon is probably going to shit in your nachos. That's how high up you are for $200. So if you're down there where you can see the cheerleaders well, say 500. $500 for a ticket. You ain't going by yourself. So let's just say 1,000. You brought somebody with you. $1,000 before you show up. So you get there, $1,000. Parking, at least $50. $1,050. Now you're inside. I'm hungry. Fuck. Hot dog, nachos, beer. Now you're in like another $100. You're $1,150 and you haven't even gotten to your seats yet. And I'm gonna watch it. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, man. Excuse me. Oh shit. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm coming down here and this is what you put in front of me. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of this month. We got an entire month dedicated to this bullshit. You know what? We need to do a review. We need to go through our months. We need to go through our holidays and do a review because some of these months need to be canceled. For real, for real. First month, Black History Month. Get the fuck out of here with that. History Month, American History Month. Boom. June, you already know. Get out of here with that shit. We'll give you a day. We give our dead soldiers 1 day. D-Day gets 1 day. And you get a whole month for this bullshit? And it ain't about no damn pride. Don't you lie to me. You ain't Harvey Milk. They already went through the hard shit. This is party time. This is a chance for the alphabet soup group to go out and bang each other in public without getting a indecent exposure charge. Don't lie to me about that shit. I know gay people who are against this shit. It's too much. It's not about helping people. It's not about making it safe for them. It already is. You kidding me? Go ahead and beat up some gay dude and they find out he's gay. They're going to give you extra time. That's called a hate crime. So what the fuck? What else? That's not what this month is about. This month is about debauchery. This month is about holding people hostage. This month is about filling the void in you that your mom and dad should have. That's why I say road trips. Biden, come here. Put down your butterscotch pudding and pay attention. All right? Lower these fucking gas prices so these people can go on a road trip with their daddy coast to coast and work this shit out so they stop trying to work it out in public with us, the people who can't help them. And of course, who is the first openly trans? You hear all this? This whole title is stupid. Who is the first Ku Klux trans member in the cheerleading squad in the NFL? A black dude. The first gay NFL player, a black dude. The first transgender Barbie, a black dude. Noticing a pattern here? You feel like a guinea pig yet? Now let's test it out on them. And here you come, breaking your neck to be the fucking test subject. You like them crash test dummies. You can't hop in the car fast enough just to be driven into a wall. Get out of here with that shit. I knew it was a black dude before I even read the damn story. Just like if you hear something on the news, tonight at 10 o'clock, we're going to talk about a mass shooting at a nightclub. You already know. 2 youth were killed today in a drive-through. You already know. First openly transgender cheerleader in the NFL. You already know. Tell me about that bullshit. No, it's about pride. No, it's not. You know who I don't want to be? An animal that lives in the sewer after a pride parade. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let's see. The hidden link. June is PTSD Awareness Month. Beautiful. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing that? Have a parade for these soldiers, these Marines, these airmen, these sailors who are coming back different than when they left. How about giving them a month? How about we get down that 22 a day? I don't give a shit about that. They'd rather turn everything into rainbows. The Marines would rather take their bullets and put rainbow tips on them. We'd rather give maternity flight suits. We're in trouble. Trouble. Ridiculous. Matt Manning, male cheerleader, going to get taped up to the thigh by the team trainer. All right, after I'm done taping ankles, I'll be taping dicks. Shit is disgusting. He probably won't tape it. Let that shit flop around. Huh? Isn't your kid old enough to see a dick at a football game? I wouldn't be surprised that fool wasn't even wearing nothing under the skirt. You're gonna get the show. You're gonna get the twigs and the berries. What did the dudes say? Something about Mary? Man, how do you get the beans over the Franks? How'd you get the beans over the Frank? You're gonna see nothing but beans and Franks at that game. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll stop because it's going to drive down food sales. Because nobody wants a full stomach when you're about to see some weird dude's penis. But see his trouser snake. His lap hog. Huh? God. Fucking gross. Zoots. Nah, it's groomer month. You damn right. And you know, I'm going to say it if nobody else wants to. I think a large majority of these Ku Klux Trans members and these Alphabet Soup Group members probably did have something happen to them. They probably did have something. And you know what? If we could find who did that to you, I would love to throw them feet first into a wood chipper and then stop it when it gets to their waist and let them bask in the pain and trauma. That's absolutely terrible that those people did that shit to you. And in some cases, they were probably allowed to by the ones who were supposed to protect you most. And that is fucking sad. And I feel sorry for you. I mean, for that, I just feel bad that happened to you. That's fucking awful. It really is, man. I'm telling you, those who prey on children. That's it. There's no, I don't give a fuck what happened to you. If it happened to you, you know how it feels, and you shouldn't visit it upon someone else. So here, I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Piano Wire. Stomachs are too weak for the punishment that they deserve. Our stomachs are too damn weak. These people deserve pain and despair and death. Fucking touch no kid, ruin their life, steal their innocence, change the way they interact with people for the rest of their life, fuck up their relationships. This be a special place in hell for people like that. And we'll send you there, first class. And if we can't do it, outsource it. We outsource every damn thing else. If something breaks in my house, I'm talking to somebody in the Philippines. So why can't we outsource that? Huh? There's plenty of countries here that'll be glad to do it. We'll give you some money for your economy. You show these guys the worst death they've ever dreamed of. Don't make it quick, make it slow. Real slow. You chop and make their punishment chopped and screwed. Slow. Make them, I don't know, go down in a some kind of mine or cavern and some shit. Make them work until they drop dead and then kick their body off the side of the hill. Shit is ridiculous, man. This shit shouldn't be happening. You do that, or you especially was in Philadelphia this weekend. This man was outside. He made the mistake. How dare you be outside on a sunny summer afternoon with your 9-year-old son? You son of a bitch. How dare you do that? How dare you stand outside and enjoy your time with your son? Well, good thing somebody came by and saw what that man was trying to do, trying to teach his son, trying to raise him to be a good man. Don't you dare. I'm glad those hoodlums came by and shot that man and his 9-year-old son dead. Shot him dead for standing up. And you know what it was? Of course, they're shooting at somebody else. It was a road rage incident, and the dude was mad, and he shot up the fucking block, including this man and his 9-year-old boy. Now you want to talk about punishment? You want to talk about deterrence? Why don't we make some examples out of these fucking thugs? Well, Jericho, thug is just a code word for the N-word. Call him that too. I don't care. You just gunned down a child and a man, his father. What do you think the chances are that man probably had another kid? So now that kid has to grow up without his father and his brother. Oh, and they interviewed his wife. She was distraught. Her life was fucking shattered. Why? Because some DA wants to let this fool out with no bail? I don't want to look racist. Well, what do you think that lady? What about that lady? She don't want to look like a widow either. But she's a widow. All right, babe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you go out with little so-and-so with Junior. I'll see you back here tonight for dinner. Yeah, we'll ask him what he wants for dinner. Okay, I'll make your favorite. Bye-bye. A few hours later. Hello? Yes, that's my husband's name. That's my son's name. Boom. You ever see that show, First 48? Where the cops have to go and notify these people that their family member's dead? I'd always think about that shit. How you're whistling Dixie, going through life, and all of a sudden you get a phone call or a knock at the door. Little do you know, when you answer that door, that phone call, your life is about to be changed forever. Why? Because some fucking Thundercat had some beef and felt disrespected? Punishment. Punishment, punishment, punishment. Bam Bam Bigelow. Mr. Wallace doesn't like being fucked by anybody besides Mrs. Wallace. That's right. Classic. He said, what about me and you? There is no me and you. Me and some of the homeboys are going to, what do you say? We're going to, he said, we're going to, oh shit, I'm trying to remember what he said. He said, we're going to get medieval on his ass. He's all, they're going to go to work on him with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Oh, he caught that gimp. That gimp thought he had something, and he got loose. Oh, that shit was too funny. He's going to go to work on the homes here with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. You hear me, hillbilly boy? Oh, that's what happened to him. Why not? You do some shit like that, you get a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Problem solved. Okay, I got no sympathy. Let me check. Yeah, I'm out of sympathy. Sorry. Robin Spielman. Hey, pedos. Meet a cordless hole puncher. Thank you. But not here. That's too quick. You got to be somewhere else. The stomach, the crotch, the ass. Why not? See what happens when you put one up there. Fuck it. They're going to die anyway. Who cares? Why don't we do like, this is going to sound fucked up, but why don't we do like the Nazis did? Remember, they would do medical research on the Jews. You know, find out, they cut a Jewish prisoner's throat, find out how hard it would take, how long it would take for him to bleed to death. Or they would take 5 Jewish children, and some of them they would give love and affection to, and some of them they wouldn't, to see how long they would live, how they would turn out. Why don't we do this with them? Why don't we, instead of let the monkeys go? Put the monkeys back in the jungle. Why not use these people for medical research? Then you really know how it affects a human. Why not? You gave up your right to be treated as as a human being when you did that to another person. When you shot up that school, or when you shot up that party, or when you molested that kid, or you killed that woman for nothing. Or I saw a show on First 48, this little punk went up and shot the 79-year-old lady in her neck when she was unloading groceries from her car and ran off. Didn't take anything from her, just shot her. Shot her in the neck and she died face down on the pavement holding her groceries in her hands. So what, he gets to go inside and lift weights and learn how to make prison food and alcohol for the rest of his life and go hang out at the library and wear Jordans and have his family send him his favorite snacks from his childhood? While this family is inconsolable leading up to the anniversary of her death? They got to go put flowers at her tombstone because you wanted some stripes on the streets? I got your stripes. I got your stripes right here. Shit is terrible. It's not going to change until we get harder on criminals. You can make all the fucking programs and facilities and after school. It don't mean shit. These people need to be punished harshly, biblical. Like, in order to find their punishment, it needs to come out of a book. Oh, damn, this book's old. Cobwebs and shit. Old school. Spanish Inquisition shit. I want the prisoners who are in line to be executed to be fearful when they hear the screams from that chamber. I want them to get nauseous when they hear those screams and know that you're next. When they executed Ted Bundy, he was crying when they put the diaper on him. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. That's what I want. I want your last moments to be filled with fear like your victims were. Or like their last minutes were, their last moments. As you stared into that little child's face before you robbed them of their innocence and their life and or their life. As that person begged for you not to kill him. I have kids, man, please. You didn't listen to him. You blew his ass away. You didn't listen to that little kid when they said, leave me alone. So we're not going to listen to you either. I want you crying and sniveling like a little bitch before we put you down like the animal that you are. Then maybe word will spread through the grapevine. Remember the California raisins? Maybe it'll spread through the grapevine that we shouldn't do this shit no more. We shouldn't be doing this. I probably shouldn't do that. Perfect. Problem solved. Anyways, guys, sorry. Going on a little bit of a tangent. That's how it is. Emotional shit, real shit. It's what they deserve. Rocky Mountain Bear, justified. Thank you. And you know what? I don't think most of society would bat a fucking eye. Wouldn't shed a tear. Roddy says we need an Australia 2.0. Australia, crikey. Yeah, because Australia started as a prison colony. Yeah, man. Get a nice little island, huh? Secluded out in the middle of the ocean, too far for your ass to swim back. And hey, just to make sure they don't, when we chum that water around the island once a week so the sharks know, oh, this is where the food is. And that's it. Drop them off. Mad Max style. Get a Lord of the Flies. Maybe you guys can create some kind of structure and hierarchy. I don't give a fuck, but you ain't ever getting off this island. I promise you that. This will be your last residence. Anywho, yeah, so that's my little rant on that. We're going to get into the January 6th hearings. Start prime time tonight. Just before the late night show, we have January 6th committee hearings. Check this out. Many people today struggle to manage their weight, but this is more true than ever after the age of 20. This is because after the age of 20, our body's metabolism slows down by as much as 4% every decade. That's a major risk to our health. Luckily, there's a way to help get that fast metabolism back just in time for summer. This amazing keto powder, for example, helped me lose weight faster than anything I've ever tried. It works by increasing the ketone levels inside your body, which in turn support a boosted metabolism. With just a single scoop a day, I saw big improvements for my metabolism and weight loss. I've unlocked a deal for my audience to get up to 51% off by clicking the link below or going to ketowithjericho.com. And make sure you get those super chats in. I'll be reading them at the end. First come, first serve. Also, I have a Venmo. It is GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $ Jericho, and the number 1. This is viewer supported, so I appreciate you. January 6th. And do you remember when this shit happened? You had people like Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. You had empty suit, empty-headed sons of bitches like that saying things such as, this is the worst thing since 9/11. 9/11? You mean that day when 3,000 Americans lost their lives like that from a terrorist act? You're equating January 6th to 9/11, the worst thing that's ever happened in our country? This is what they were saying. Sensationalizing this shit. Trying to tug at your heartstrings. But anybody with half a brain knows that's bullshit. But that's what they were saying. January 6th was the worst. They even tried to impeach Trump over it. They tried to end a president's presidency over that. Now, of course, any loss of life is terrible, especially for some bullshit reason, like terrorism. 3,000 Americans on 9/11, 1 American on January 6th, which was a lady who, Ashley Babbitt was her name, an Air Force veteran who was shot in the face by a cowardly police officer. That 5-foot-something, 100 and some pound woman was not a threat to your life. But he's a piece of shit and he got off for it. Nothing happened to him. So number one, the loss of life is way off. 3,000 versus 1. That shouldn't have happened. Well, neither should those 3,000. But you know what I mean. And what happened? A bunch of people stormed the Capitol building. Of course, you can't do that. You're not supposed to destroy property. But that's as bad as it got. These people should have been arrested, cited, whatever, for destroying property, not for trying to undermine our democracy. Now you guys give a fuck about democracy? Now you care? Now you want to go after a group of people? BLM and Antifa was out there burning the fucking country down, dancing in the streets, beating people, killing people. Nothing. You supported them. Not only did you not say anything against them, you supported them. Nancy Pelosi and those other fake motherfuckers wearing kente cloth, kneeling for 9 minutes or 8 minutes and 46 seconds for the patron saint of fentanyl, George Floyd. Are you serious? They did that to our country. You didn't say shit, but now you want to have these committees and hearings on property destruction? On the lowest level, they destroyed billions. These people fucked up the inside of the Capitol building. Like I said, they shouldn't have done that. No matter how they felt, they shouldn't have done that. And then attaching it to Trump, saying Trump is mobilized these people. He activated the battery in their fucking back. If memories, again, a lot of these things they're blaming Trump on, there is audio and or visual proof that he did not. Remember one of their biggest lies, one of their favorites that they just can't let go of. You ever had a little dog in his chew toy and you could pick him up off the ground? Arrgh, that little fucker just won't let go. That's how they are with that grab him by the pussy bullshit. No sane person out in public or in private for that matter is going to say that you are allowed to grab a woman by their pussy whether they want you to or not. Now you can do that. Take your chances on a man being near her that she knows is related to or married to. Because if he catches you doing that, he's going to beat the shit out of you. You will be guaranteed a blue parking spot for the rest of your life. That's going to be your answer to every question after he's done with you. Trump said, grab a woman by her pussy. Trump said, grab a woman. Trump, grab a pussy. Grab a Trump said, no, he didn't. There's audio. He said, when you're rich and famous or you're powerful, women will, here's the key word. I know it's only 3 letters, but we still got to pay attention to it. Women will let you, and they will. Anybody ever been to a concert or something or around famous people? You ever seen how some women act? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, come here. That fucking crazy. I told this story before. I used to work at a radio station. There's this artist named Baby Bash. You probably know who he is. He had some hits back in the day. When he got off stage, I wasn't part of security. I was working for the radio station. I had a clipboard and a headset on. I wasn't ready to secure anything. But when he got off stage, there were about 100 women that rushed the gate. Rushed it. Stampede. I had to help security hold the gate closed until he got inside of his trailer safely. These women were going to trample us to get to this guy's penis. And there's another double standard. So if those women were all around him, grabbing at him, ripping his clothes, touching his dick and everything, nobody would say anything. Because he's a man. Fuck it, he can take it. But let a bunch of men do that to a female artist. Oh, shit. But these women would lose their minds when this dude came off stage. That is, the double standard is sickening. But I wasn't there to secure nothing. But I had to, because they were going to rush this dude and probably hurt him and sexually assault him. And this January 6th shit, this hearing, and and now I do believe we should know what goes on in there. But why are they showing it in prime time? Because they're making a spectacle of it. It's entertainment for them. They know nothing was really done in there. And if you are going to have January 6th hearings, some committee, and if you're going to televise this to the world, then you better televise 2,000 Mules right after that. So the people really know what goes on in their elections. And then after that, you need to play What is a Woman by Matt Walsh. You want to play some shit? You want to televise some shit? Televise that. Because January 6th was nothing like they're trying to make it out to be. And all you have to do is look at who's pushing it. Look who's behind it. Look who amassed this stupid committee. The liars. Pelosi and them. Was it Adam Shit? Shit? Yeah, he's full of shit. These fucking scumbag crooks. I've seen video with my own ocular stims of police, Capitol Police, in their Capitol Police uniforms, opening the barriers and waving people in. So how much of an insurrection was it if the cops are letting you in? They asked for extra police before the January 6th event. They knew they would need them. What did Pelosi tell them? No, you can't have extra security. You know why you can't have extra security? Because we're going to need that extra security when we put up gates and fences around the Capitol. When has that ever been done? When has there been a barrier around the White House since it was being built? You don't keep us out. What the fuck are you doing in there? Why you need gates? Why you need fences and the National Guard? What are you doing in there? Why are you trying to keep us out? What do you want us to not see? Not see? What do you want us to not know about in there? That's like going in your kid's room and the door's locked. What the fuck are you doing in there? You better open this door before I break it down. What the fuck? Why are you putting fences around the Capitol building unless you're doing something in there you don't want us to know about? That was a bunch of bullshit. They show the guy with the moose horns. What the fuck? If that dude's coming to get me, I ain't worried. He looks mentally unstable. The guy with the zip ties. He was looking for Nancy Pelosi. The fuck? You think if he was even looking for her, do you think he's going to find her? Do you think he's going to take her? And if he did, how mad would we be at that guy? How mad would we be if he took Nancy Pelosi? It's a fucking joke. But they all took it and ran with it. Here you go, guys. They handed it out. Here you go, media. Here you go, entertainment. Here you go, academia. Run along. Insurrection, insurrection. Don't forget. Hey, kids, don't forget insurrection. Yeah, Mom, we know. So they sent them out, spread their fucking lies. Insurrection. Insurrectionists. 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 No damn insurrection. It was a bunch of angry people who did something they shouldn't have done. They shouldn't have went through those barriers, invited or not, and they shouldn't have destroyed the property. Big fucking deal. And here's a question. That happened, 2 years ago? So why weren't the FBI able to find all those people and take care of it? If we see your facial recognition, track their phones. If you were here, you need to be interviewed. What were you doing? Did you destroy property? Here's your punishment. Case closed. Not a January 6th committee with televised hearings. What is this? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? All this is going to be is a spectacle. Oh, this Trump associate was arrested. Let me know when you arrest Trump, okay? I don't want to hear about somebody who once brought him coffee being arrested for something. I don't give a shit. But this January 6th shit is nonsense, but they're going to use it. They've already weaponized it. You think it's a coinky dink that they're putting this, they're televising these hearings before November? It happened 2 years ago. And they're busting it out now before November? Come on. I mean, we used to say tinfoil hat. I don't know. Maybe we can throw our tinfoil hats away because all this shit is happening. But I can't wait to get home. Let me look up exactly when they're going to be televising this horse shit. Like if they actually just put a camera on a pile of fresh steaming horse shit, I'd rather watch that. I really would. Because then maybe there'll be some bugs on it crawling around, little dung beetles. You might learn something. I don't think we're going to learn shit from this. January 6th hearings. Trump on trial, a guide to the January 6th hearings and the question of criminality. Shut up. Okay. Start time. Here we go. Oh, how to watch, what to watch. Get to the fucking point here. Okay. This, according to CNN.gov. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection of the U.S. Capitol formally announced Thursday that its first public hearing will take place on June 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Ooh, 5 o'clock on the West Coast, just in time to get off work and watch. So tomorrow, I'm sorry. Today's the 6th, 7, 8, 9. So it's at Thursday. Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time is where the shit show will begin. I know where I'll be. And I know what I'll be what I'll be talking about the day after that, the live after that shit. We will dissect day one. That shit is awful, man. Just awful. Such bullshit. 3 impeachments on Trump. Stop. All right, y'all. Let's get all up in these super chats. Getting that ass like a bike with no seat. Huh? Getting that ass like a proctologist. I used to listen to this thing on YouTube, Reddit. Well, if you go on Reddit on YouTube or go to YouTube and punch in Reddit, it has these different categories and stuff that they talk about. And some of them are like people who work on the ocean, merchant marine, sailors or whatever. What's some of the strangest stuff you've seen? well, one of the good ones is people, when you spend the night over your friend's house, what are some of the weird things you saw other families do? Shit like that. Some pretty cool topics. But some of them are nurses, doctors and nurses of the ER. What are some of the strangest things to you ever saw up somebody's ass? And, and these people would have the strangest stuff up their ass, and then the excuses were even funnier. The excuses were even funnier. One dude, he was a grown-ass man, like 40 years old, right? And he came in and he had a whole Barbie up his ass. I don't know if it was, I don't think it was a new Ku Klux Trans Barbie, but he had a whole Barbie up his ass. And the nurse asked him, "Sir, how did you get it up there?" He said, "Oh, I was cleaning my daughter's room and I tripped over something and fell, and her Barbie went up my ass." Oh man, people are so fucked up. The whole Barbie, she just went up there perfectly, ripped right through your pants and went up your ass perfectly. My goodness. Come on, bring on the meteor, please. Okay, I think I got to the top of the super chats. If not, I will go through after and make sure. But if I didn't, don't you worry. I will get it mañana on my next stream. Okay? Doing the best I can, guys. I'm only human. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Found one. The first one, what I believe is the first one. Again, if I miss it, I will get it tomorrow. Okay? Scout's honor. I was a Cub Scout too, by the way. I almost got kicked out when I was in 3rd grade for telling dirty jokes. My fault. This shit was funny. Can't remember. I wish I could remember what the joke was. But I remember having to talk with somebody in the cafeteria after our meeting. But they didn't tell my parents. That was cool because I would have been all bad. But yeah, 8 years old, telling little jokes, cussing at school and stuff like that around your buddies. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Bear with me. Wish I had like a bear paw. Say, bear with me. Okay, here we go. I promise. Next super chat I see, I'm going to say it. We're going to get started here. You want to still get some in? Go ahead. I had someone give one like right at the last second last time. So get them in there. I will read. Okay, here we go. Boom. Got it. Okay. Shima 86. Thank you very much. You see the new trans. Oh yeah, we talked about the new trans cheerleader, just like Tracy Morgan, the remake of The Longest Yard. Yeah, man, the movies and shit are coming to life. You go on Instagram. Hold on, let me make sure I get everything right here. Hold on. Trying to find this person's Instagram page. I don't know why I'm blanking on their name. Blanchard. Oh, why I couldn't get that. Anyway, on Instagram, Blanchard. He put up a story today where they're starting to build the RoboCop type shit. Like they're made out of this bulletproof material, and they only go by the law and all this crazy. You can go on mine. I put it on mine too at JG Talk under my stories. It's wild. The movies are starting to happen. The Longest Yard cheerleaders are a real thing, and RoboCop will be too. Because you guys want to defund, fuck the police, fuck 12 and all that. Okay, you'll wish for the human 12 after you see this shit. Kai Johnson, I got 5 pounds, mate. Thank you for that. Let's see. I wish Boris was the British Trump. Petrol is $1.74 per liter, about $8.20 per gallon. More like British Brandon. Respect to the vets on D-Day. Wow. Yeah, man. $8.20 a gallon. There was a time where I would say, could you imagine? But now we should say, can you wait till then? Because it's going to. In LA, shit's over $9 a gallon in some spots. Thank you, Kai, for that. I appreciate it. Across the pond. Christian, yo, hoser. Shout out to Mel and Faye Knox. What's up, you guys? I appreciate you tuning in, showing some love. Mel, you got a good one there. Give him a treat tonight. All right, here we go. More supers. One just went past me. Come here. Come here, you. All right, hold on. Here it is. Ashley Clare. Thank you very much. Boris was booed walking into St. Paul's Cathedral. I just saw where is Boris staying. His party voted to keep him. Damn it. Sorry, Britain. Get him for a little bit longer. They don't learn. You don't vote them out, they don't learn. They're bracing for the hit. It don't come. Oh, shit. You thought it was something for me to do that? Wait till you see what I do next. Wait till you see what they do next. None of your business says, pip, pip, cheerio. Jolly good. Gerald Pribula says, Jericho, I really need a laugh. Can you please give us an AOC riff? Well, that jackass hasn't done anything yet, but I will do the Loco Cortez, your mother fucks, her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. She might have that Ginger's baby. They just got engaged. So one good thing she did, she's getting married before she has a baby. But I think that Ginger's going to see how polluted her womb is, man. We'll find out. Just a man evaluating stuff. Thank you. Remember those mysterious holes punched out of the voter envelopes that anyone could see who you voted for before opening it? That's right. And it probably wouldn't matter to them because they're just going to take that envelope and toss it anyway. And if your vote's for the right person, they'll keep it. If not, to the trash it goes. Remember, I think there was some in LA where somebody found a few hundred ballots here and there just thrown somewhere. 2,000 mules. Attico, thank you very much for the Hamilton. Hey, JG, keep fighting the good fight. I will, as long as you guys are here with me. I'll keep doing it. And German Husbando, I want to get back into the cardio swing. Just do it. I think I'm going to start a merch line that says just start. That's the hardest thing, is just starting. You know, you've been telling yourself in your mind for, not you personally, but I'm just saying, you've been telling yourself in your mind for years that you need to do this, you need to do that. The hardest part is to just start. And I hope that's what I have started, and now it's just maintaining it, consistency. Because you do it for a while, you don't see the results you want, and it's easy to fall back in other shit, but you must be consistent. Mike Tyson said, you got to do the things you hate like you love them. I'm trying because I fucking hate working out. Nathan is 64. Thank you very much. No comment with that one, but I appreciate the cash money. If you want to drop a comment next time, I'll read that shit. Okay, we got a few more coming up here. Come on, now. There we go. Another one from No Hoser. Christian, thank you. Morgan Freeman said to Mike Wallace, Black History Month was insulting. He said Black history is American history. He should have got that Morgan Freeman slap. Yo, what movie was that? There's Morgan Freeman, Christopher Reeves, and the lady that was on that TV show in the 90s called Picket Fences. Morgan Freeman's a pimp, and he slaps the shit out of a woman. And it's so weird. It's an old movie from like the 80s or something, but it's just weird, you know, after having, you know, Morgan Freeman, you know, doing all these voiceovers for products and shit, and then to see him play a role where he slaps a woman in the face. That was wild. Nathan is 64. Thank you again, sir. Oh, poor Andy. Poor Andy Dufresne. And Morgan Freeman's on that bullshit too. It really. Oh, you know who else is on some of that SJW woke bullshit? Samuel L. Jackson. Man, I was so disappointed to find that out. He was writing to the judge in the Smollett case to not give him any jail time. I was like, damn it, Samuel, you son of a bitch. German Husbando, thank you for that 99-cent super sticker. Boom. All right, guys. We did another one in the books. Perfect. Great crowd participation. You guys exceeded my expectations like you always do. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget, all green gear, 20% off. Promo code FATHER, all caps. Catch me on other platforms, Rumble, Recoil TV, Spotify, and whatnot. Hit the link tree. It's all there. I really appreciate you guys being here. Tomorrow, I'm sure my bullshit cup will run over and we'll have much more to talk about. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.